3 podcasts, one crew. Turn the volume up. Let's ride. 3 mics, 1 vision. Yeah, we're built to survive. Bucks and O's football, X's and O's of life. Every episode cooking. Every take coming live. If you love the game, then you already know the vibe. Yeah. Bucks and O's got the Pirates waving black and gold. Oreos flying high while the stories get told. Breaking down the big plays, every trade, every score. Hit the record button and we're ready for more. Friendly competition, but the passion runs deep. Building something bigger every single week. From the first hot take to the final goodbye. We keep the fans coming back cause the energy's high. 3 mics, 1 vision. Yeah, we're built to survive. Bucks and O's football, X's and O's of life. Every episode cooking, every take coming live.
I'm telling you, you're going to come back on the camera and I'm going to be sea walking across the screen.
There you go. Yep. Well, welcome in. We have a very special guest, Mr. Littman. He's been here before. You know him from Milk Cartons and How to Catch a Predator. So it's good to have him back.
Welcome in, Lip.
Thank you, guys.
Sir, how are you?
I'm all right. We were talking earlier about the joys of home ownership. It sounds like yours is a little bit worse than mine, but still, it's all a question of scale.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Money's silly and subjective.
Did you tell that AI to make you look like the 4th Helmsford brother?
I don't know who that is, but sure.
Thor?
No, but I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah. And yeah, he's got 2 brothers who are also actors, but like, at the moment it escapes me anything that either of them are in, but you could be the 4th one. No, I wouldn't be opposed to it either. I mean,
it's much better than reality.
Who's the guy that did Cabin Boy? What was his name? The comedian?
Cabin Boy.
He was like David Letterman's friend. He was a pretty good star for a while. Like he had a nice 15-year run.
An actor?
Yeah, he was also in The Abyss. Like that was like a serious role.
Yes.
Chris Elliott.
Chris Elliott, maybe. Yeah.
Whoa, isn't Chris Elliott Stronghand in Scary Movie?
Maybe.
Yeah. Yep. The little yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because Chris Elliott used to have his own little show back in the day.
Yeah.
Like it was a network show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was originally on Fox.
I think everything was on Fox at some point.
Yeah, before Andy Richter had a show, or maybe one led into the other. But yeah, I would go with the Chris Elliott. I'm Kevin James.
Get a Life on Fox. That was the name of the show.
Yep.
Get a Life.
That's the one.
Huh.
Okay.
No, I think yeah, you know what? Shaw made the initial drawings. I actually commissioned him to do digital stuff before I really kind of started dabbling with AI, and then I kind of nixed everything he did, and I was like, I'm going to do this myself, and here we are.
Okay. All right. There you are. Killing an artist for tech.
Yes. He still got paid. It's fine.
That's right. Get on that horse. No, get in that car. The horses are dead too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Well, speaking of AI, I kind of wanted to kind of do a thing here. I was like, hey, Jeff, what do you want to talk about? Throw us curveballs. Let's kind of do something new. And you mentioned fears of AI. So are you one of those folks that are scared of AI, or like what's your deal here?
Okay, the answer is yes. And the only thing that keeps me from being scared, but it's also part of what allows me to be scared, and is that human error on both sides of it. And I do think the last 20 to 25 years or so has been emblematic about economies that are based on false bubbles, and then they've just replaced one false bubble with another, and by the time one crashes, the other one gets created. And I'm pretty convinced that most of this bullshit doesn't have anywhere near the value that it has, whether it's crypto or social media or the metaverse. Anyone remember the metaverse? Or AI? It's just that there's people moving money around and they get paid commissions and fees to do that, and stocks go up. And as long as there's enough stocks going up, it doesn't much matter. Now, I think computer chips and things like that actually have, value, and there's, there are things of value, but that's not what you're saying. Like the false economy, the whether or not you believe that Trump knows the reality of the world, or whether the stock market is all he cares about. That's some people think that's percent of the increase in the stock market is all because of what people think AI is going to be. So if it's a bubble, that means that it's not that nefarious. It's bad, but it's bad for another reason. If it's effective, that means it's going to replace humans in lots of different ways, which also seems like it's bad. Now, the angel on the shoulder you can't see, because fuck him, will tell you that there's always been new technologies, and people have always been afraid of those new technologies, thinking that it's going to ruin the world. And that's, it's always allowed productivity, or there's been economies that came out of these new technologies that we couldn't possibly imagine. So I will cede the point that perhaps I lack the imagination. But I think things like the plow and tractors and things like that, there's much less farmers than there used to be, and and our economy had lots of room for other things, which is fine. I'm just not sure what replaces all the things that people think that AI can do. Now, just Wednesday, I had a conversation on the Garden of Thought with a professor from Mizzou, and he thinks that there's a right to be afraid, but to put the brakes on, take a chill pill. It's going to be a tool. It's going to enhance efficiency. It's not going to replace expertise. Okay. We all have worked with people, and there's a lot of people who are dumbasses. So if it's going to replace expertise, imagine what it can do with mediocrity and bad. Now, the other thing I heard, I listened to a bunch of podcasts, probably not surprising since I'm on a podcast, but one of the people I've picked up recently is Kara Swisher. And she's like a reporter who made her name from being in the financial world, then going into journalism and sort of growing up with the tech guys. And she despises almost all of them. And she's very much an alarmist. But I heard another show. I wish I could remember what it was on. It wasn't The Bulwark. It might have been Lawfare. It was the What Can Go Right podcast, which, despite their best efforts, at least a third of the time is What's Going Wrong podcast. But what those people are claiming, the positive people, forget Elon Musk, who we can circle back to him in a bit. But what they're saying is the economy will grow at machine speed, at computer speed. So 3% growth, which is sort of considered the ideal, is not going to, that's going to be nothing. The economy is going to be growing at 30, 40, 300, 3,000, 30,000%. And I'm wondering how, where, on what space, with what people, who's going to buy the things? I mean, I never thought that kids movie WALL-E that I saw like in 2008 was prophetic, but that seems more likely. And a lot of these same tech lords have said, well, we're going to need a basic monetary income. Yeah. So I mean, isn't basic monetary income the socialism that all of them railed against for the last 20 years? I mean, and now they're saying it's going to be necessary. So I believe that they know their own malevolent end games, and they're just saying that we're just going to be pacified by getting a basic income, but we're all of our needs will be tended to. So we'll be living in some sort of robotic paradise where we're in a communal socialistic society, but the uber wealthy won't be. They'll be living on the top of Mount Olympuses all over the place with private armies. I mean, it's basically like what was that movie? I can't believe this is escaping me right now. Philip K. Dick, the Replicants. Harrison Ford was in it. They did a remake a few years ago. Rutger Hauer. Blade Runner.
Okay.
Blade Runner. Okay.
Like Blade Runner, except worse. There seemed to be a middle class in Blade Runner, or somewhat of one. Anyhow, so I don't know. Elon has said, "Let me make 1.5 billion robots, and everyone's going to be rich." I mean, oh look, there's look at that! Wow. Okay.
I mean, I 100% will. If you can save me $100, I will do really immoral things to you.
I mean, I got an AI story myself. Recently, there's an artist you got to watch the artists that are coming out now, as far as
Yes.
thinking and stuff. Because Rich, you said even in the intro and outro you created, all you did was say XYZ, and it out popped and shoot it out.
Literally, here's all I said. I said, do a hip hop song about my podcast. It was 8 words, and it spit out a 3-minute song.
Yeah, I mean, I got something similar where, okay, there's an artist that is on YouTube. The artist's name is Ingrid Rose, and she sings these, sound like she's a down south, hardcore, gritty, went through a hard time type of artist, and she's getting 10 million plus views on I want to say 4 or 5 songs. And it's been out for almost over a month, and I'm like, okay, how come I haven't seen any videos? How come I haven't seen anyone talking about her or producing her? Or you see, you're sitting there like, okay, this person is very popular. Everybody's talking about her. Everyone's listening to her songs on repeat. And I'm like, where is the person? Brought it up, went to Google. Well, first my son, he was like, I think that's an AI program. And I'm like, no, I mean, this person is talking about the struggle and, living in the southern life and, making it out of hard times. And I pulled up and I said, who is Ingrid Rose? And it said, yes, the lyrics were created by a human being, and it put it into an AI system. And I mean, the songs sound damn good. And the person didn't sing any of it. I'm like, what? It took me a while to wrap my head around. And I think she's using the same platform you use. What is it called? What platform did you use? Sono or something like that. Yep. Yeah. Same program. I'm like, what? This person sounds authentic and
I'm not
saying they come.
I'm not saying the intro song is like a top 40 hit, but if it was the first time hearing it, you're like,
it's catchy right out the gate.
It's kind of catchy. It's not, I'm not going to put it on the playlist, but I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But she got 10 million views. And I'm like, okay, all of this time, there is no artist. So all these songs are just floating on the YouTube and everyone's playing them. I'm still playing them. And there's no artist to bring out. There's no one to publish or nothing. They're just songs fitting out there.
Here are my thoughts on the whole AI thing. One, we're stupid. We're really stupid as people. Full stop. I'd probably just stop there and be done.
Yeah.
But
not everyone.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's just like, all right. But we are very much a everything or nothing people. We know nothing about moderation, and there's a small minority that can do that and not automate their whole life with artificial intelligence. Like, all I really use this for is the show, and I don't even really need that anymore because I created what I want to create. I'm done. Some people use it for good, like the wife. She uses a lot of it to aid in her work, to make things easier for her, which is fine. It makes perfect sense. But then you have the people that do, like, they're social media creators, right? I don't like to call them influencers because I want to shoot myself in the head when I say that, because I'm like, you shouldn't be influencing anybody.
But they are, based on the followers. So
yeah, well,
the proper term.
What's even dumber than people? Kids, because they're not really people. So, fucking hate children so much. I can't. I just hate them. I fucking do. And their whole job is to create things that seem real, and convince the really easily swayed, right? My worry is that we will completely jump on board with everything, and then and it'll get so good to the point where you really can't tell. Like, there are a ton of things out there. You're like, you can't see the strings of the puppet, but I'm like, it fucking looks like a string. What are you doing? Come on, get out of here. And there's other things that are like,
point it out immediately.
It's wireless. It's a wireless puppet.
Oh, okay, there it is. But there are things out there that are a little like, oh, is that possibly a thing? And then you have, and I don't know, if you use it for good, it's like anything with power, anything that's important. If you use it for good, it will work. But you don't do that. There's always like a super villain, and then you'll have people that are like, oh, I like that. Let's weaponize it. I don't think it's going anywhere. I think it's only going to get bigger, because people are inherently lazy as well. And if that means all you need to do is speak a prompt into it, or 8 words, and it creates something that you could have taken days to create, imagine what you can do with something that's actually important.
Let's take things that are
you actually spend a little bit more time in putting the data into. If you very, very well calculate some data and put it into it, I mean, it could be totally amazing.
Well, they say it's not going to replace certain things like plumbers. Oh, really? Well, I mean, if you can make a robot that can move more or less like a person, and first of all, a robot's not going to get a bad back or bad knees, and it has AI, and it knows, and it has all the expertise of a master plumber. You just replace plumbers. I mean, didn't we make a movie called RoboCop? Didn't Tony Stark try to come up with the iron dome or whatever his little police force were?
Or the Will Smith and the iRobot, where the robots were like healthcare providers, or they helped out the elderly and walk dogs and menial tasks.
I mean, you think about them. What are robots? They're just fucking AI generated things. Like, it's just kind of like it's an automated intelligence. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, AI lawyers. There we go.
Well, let's look at lawyers. I mean, let's look at there's a whole lot of lawyers that do personal injury and workers' comp, both on the plaintiffs and the defendant side. So if AI can scrub everything, look at all the person's medical records, everything, one, that can quickly adjust the claim, maybe more fairly, but it's going to take a lot of people out of the equation. So you don't need adjusters, and you don't need lawyers and all the people that supports. Maybe that's not such a bad thing. Also can scrape the entire internet. So the guy who says that he can't go to work, you see him every weekend repairing his roof and mowing his lawn and things like that. And so you don't need private investigators. Okay, so maybe it cuts down on fraud in the entire industries. But if it can look at 10 billion x-rays, in a gigasecond. What do you need radiologists for? Or what do you need more than one radiologist for at a hospital just to check its work? So, and then there's the radiology techs and all the, and all the.
If it's efficient and it's cost effective, like, okay, if there's a plumber, if I have a plumbing problem and I can call a plumber and they give me two choices, hey, you can call a human plumber for $300 or you can call an AI plumber for $150. I'm going to try that AI plumber. I'm sorry. I don't have any allegiance to the human race where I'm just going to, hey, if I can save some money, I'm going to try to save some money.
Yeah.
So
and they have the never mind, Rich, you were going to say something. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, how much evidence do you need to trust that AI plumber over a person?
They do the job right once.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how everything is now. When you first try something, you look at it, you read reviews, and if the reviews are pretty good reviews, I'm going to always give it a first try. I always give everyone the first try or a shot. Now, if they screw it up,
if it's your first shot, I'm saying it's your first time doing it, right? You've never done it before. How much, ironically enough, how much data do you need to say, okay, I'm going to allocate half the money I would for a human person, knowing that money isn't unlimited? How much data do you need? How many testimonials, word of mouth, reviews, whatever, do you need to pull that trigger on the initial, like, okay, I'm going to have an AI do this?
Word of mouth, opinions, reviews. I would say anywhere from 5 to 10. If I see positive from 5 to 10 people, give it a shot.
What if those people are actually AI too? Seriously, that's what you run into.
No, that's the first thing I was thinking. But I mean, I think that there's always going to be 10 or 15% of the people who are going to try the new tech just to see how it works or doesn't work, just so that they can be.
And it depends on how important the task is too. Like, I'm not going to sit there and, hire an AI plumber to rewire or to, what is it? What do you call it? Not rewire, but, change the whole plumbing in my whole house. Like, if there's just a simple leak, like, I might try something small.
The old rewire of the plumbing. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Rewire my whole house. And I was like, hold on, that's water. You can't do it.
He's
but
barely a dude,
maybe
too.
I'll
It's
do
fine.
small tasks at a time, and then just to see, and then, I would be a little bit more trustworthy and give it, I would think of another task, and if it's more important or a bigger task, I would give it a try. Like, it depends. It's a trial and error type of thing, and it's an experiment. I would definitely start off with something.
Funny enough, I feel actually better having an AI rewire my house opposed to actually doing plumbing in it. Because for whatever reason, in my head, they just feel like those are one and the same. Like, you're basically doing surgery on yourself. Like, you're a little
cousins.
robot. Just
It's like the ancestor worship. You're like, I revere you, wires.
Right. Like, it's Uncle Charlie. Hi.
Yeah. Right. The plumbing is just a physical manifestation of our insides, but the wiring is a manifestation of their insides. So yeah, it's ancestor worship. Yeah.
This somehow got deep.
Yeah. It's all deep. Deep what? I mean,
like I said, I would definitely give it a try, but at the same time, humans make a lot of errors and mistakes too. Sometimes, and you're paying double for them for a human plumber to come in and probably not even fix your problem or make it even worse. So,
I got the perfect example for you. I got the example. You remember how I needed that plumber to kind of check out that thing in the bathtub, like cold water wasn't working, yada yada yada, and they're like, "Oh, it's the converter, and it'll be about $1,600." And we had a handyman come over, and he fixed it within 4 minutes. And they were quoting 5 hours each person, so 10 hours of labor. I'm like, I'm gonna grow a second dick so you can suck them both on Sunday, because what the fuck are you doing? Like that is absolutely asinine. And then and the kicker is, like, I actually messaged them. I was like, hey, yeah, that thing you quoted me with the guy that came to my house at 6 a.m, looking like a meth head. We don't need you. The thing you said it was going to be 10 to 11 hours. It took 4 minutes. So yeah, it's like, oh, well, it was, we came out for a free, he made sure he capitalized free, a free consultation. This was just an estimate. I'm like, bitch, you overestimated by 9 hours and 55 minutes.
Yeah.
And about, because the guy was already here, like, we have a really cool handyman. Like, it costs $125 for him to come out. That includes the first hour labor, and every other hour is $65. I'm like, fuck yeah, you're awesome. So you overquoted by about what, $1,550 plus 9 hours and 55 minutes. Yeah, you're pretty fucking bad. So
and then you said to change the estimate. If the dude quoted you this and then he came out and found out it was something else that was a lot cheaper,
he wasn't even going to go that route.
He was never tell you. He was going to keep the extra money that was paid and fix the small thing, but still charge you. Like, that's what I'm saying. AI, I don't know. You can't install, a ripoff factor into AI. Well, maybe he basically picked the wrong hole. That's essentially what he was about to do. Dude went in from the front. He was trying to, don't clip this. The other one was going from the back. And I was a sandwich. Yeah. So
what's the story about?
That's a clip. But the reason I bring that up is, how would that work in a plumbing standpoint? Like, do you have the Master Elite AI where it's like your subscription service for Grok, and then you have your, local guy that's like your free version of Grok? You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those weird things where, and this is all just a pipe dream, silly, whatever. But if that was ever to come to pass, like, you're rolling the dice. Like, it's AI. It should be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that's the way it'll try to be. And I guess as, the world changes, it'll change with it. But for like a regular homeowner, let's just say we all get an AI robot. And, I figure that I don't know how much it needs to keep inside of its, silicon chips or whatever its memory is. But it's like Neo from the Matrix. You need to be a master plumber. It downloads everything about master plumbing and, this type of, 2010 construction in this area. It, gets the plats, the zoning, all the permits. It sees all the architectural plans. I mean, it knows everything about your house, knows everything about plumbing, knows everything about plumbing in North America, in your region, and all that. And then it goes. And then if it needs the space, then it goes, back into the cloud and, goes back to, Indo, European fusion cooking for your dinner, and then makes you.
I think it's going to go along the lines of, like Rich, you said, because they build them to break down, just like cars. Like, the more expensive, you're going to definitely build a cheaper robot with less capacity to do something that a more expensive robot can do. Like, they're not going to build them equally the same. Like, you think they can build a rocket ship that goes to Pluto or some shit, and they can't build a Cadillac to last 20, 30 years? It's intentionally built to break down. So you have to spend
the first one money. Won't be. And if the first one's good enough for you, we were talking earlier, I'm sure that the first microwave that my parents ever got somewhere exists and still works. Whatever the 1984 version is. The one that I got a year ago, I'm probably going to be replacing in 4 years. I mean, it's just the way of the world. You're right; they don't replace them. But if it's good enough, and like they even made allusions to this not prophetically, I'm sure it was accidentally, in like Star Wars. They're like, the droids, Luke's like C-3PO and then R2-D2 were old model droids, but they still work. They kept a licking, but they kept on ticking. So that was even part of the thing. That's always the joke. How about AI give us lottery numbers and see what happens if
State freak out would say that's not allowed.
Well, I mean, if they hack into it, I just imagine that the state won't be doing lotteries anymore. I mean, it's an easy problem to solve. Not you can argue whether they're good or not, but the whole theory. I mean, Elon Musk has said if I build 1 or 1.5 billion robots, everyone's going to be rich. If everybody's rich, nobody's rich, and I don't mean rich now.
Exactly.
I mean money.
Oh my God! Yes, thank you for saying that.
Nobody's rich. If every day's a sunny day, what's a sunny day? So yeah, same
But
thing.
at least a sunny day, it can always be a sunny day. I mean, if there's never any rain, then it's a desert. But
what's a sunny day?
Yeah, but if everybody's rich, nobody's rich. It's just mega inflation. So
Right.
The people who are already rich, they're going to be richer. They're going to be super rich. I mean, on the grand scheme of the world, the three of us are probably in the top 10% of world, economics. And I don't think any of us feel like we're rich. I'm not even sure that we feel like we're comfortable, or even comfortably, close to comfort. But something crazy happened. Like the SpaceX IPO, of course, just like everything else Elon Musk does, is a pretty big fraud from the outset. He lost more money in his worth in one day than the entirety of Bill Gates' worth. Which is, I mean,
one day.
In one day. Now, he's probably recovered some of it back. I don't know. The thing dropped 60%. I think now it's recovered 10% of that. So, maybe maybe nobody's gone back to check the second figure. Yep, still more than Bill Gates, or no, Bill Gates is ahead by, $10 billion now versus Elon's loss. But that's just crazy because Bill Gates is one of the richest people in the world. I don't know if he's in the top 50, but he's certainly in the top 100. And he'd be higher if, A, he didn't get divorced, and B, him and his wife didn't give away $50 billion to the Gates Foundation, all those years ago. So it's just staggering how we shouldn't know the names of, so many mega billionaires. It's kind of scary that, and judge their actions. Peter Thiel, who says he's doing everything to improve the world and everything's going to be great. Well, he moved to Argentina. He brought himself like a private compound in Argentina. Yeah, Elon Musk, who is doing everything he can to get off planet. Meanwhile, while he's starting to start his own 12 tribes of Israel or something. Well, it wouldn't be Israel, but his 12 tribes with 12 different women and having a baby with each one of them. I get. I mean, do you not think he's trying to create some sort of Noah's Ark situation where his populate the earth afterwards? What were Noah's 3 kids' name? Ham and Esau, I think, and then I don't know. Doesn't matter. But I'm sure I got that wrong. But and plus those names back then were
he's
some
a
of them
weird
like
cat. Someone that's that socially retarded, and just off-putting shouldn't be allowed all that money. It's kind of like giving a baby a gun. Like, it's not really a good idea. It's like you want to keep money away from really off people and really evil people. And unfortunately, for the most part, lots of money usually makes people veer into the evil lane a little bit. So it's kind of hard to kind of do that. But if he's already kind of cracked, you're like, hey, here's some more. Don't do that. I'm not saying he's necessarily evil. I just think he's really fucking strange and smokes a lot and has his ideas. And he's like, usually people that are smoking a lot don't have the money to go buy a people. Like, you can't do that. He can go do that. He can go smoke a bowl. I'm like, I'm gonna buy Italy. What? Like the whole thing? The whole thing. I'm just gonna buy Italy. Oh, all right. Like, I don't know, man. That and maybe that's why he has so much money, because he's so weird sitting in his basement playing on his like Atari. I don't know. I don't get it.
It's something to get the money, yeah. I mean,
But
Well, he
might be
inherited.
weird or whatever. He did something
Did
that.
Yeah, his parents own like emerald mines in South Africa. I mean, he
Oh,
came.
wonderful.
He's not like a self-made story.
okay.
No.
He came from money. I mean, granted,
he lucked up and just got inherited it. Yeah, I don't have respect for people that just luck up and inherit something they didn't.
I mean, he inherited $1 trillion or $1 billion, but he inherited enough millions of dollars that he got a healthy start. I mean, Trump inherited $400 million. And for a while, the whole thing was, had he just put that into like an index fund, he'd be worth more than he is with all of his businesses. Of course, in the second presidency, and they said hold my seltzer water because he doesn't drink. But now he's got the real money. Now
Really, he doesn't drink. He's so fucking puffy. I thought he did.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't drink. He's always been a bit of a germaphobe and a teetotaler. The only reason I'm convinced that he didn't do anything on Epstein Island, I'm sure he's been there. I'm sure he knows what was going on. I'm sure he knows all the people who were there and friends with it and okay with it and fine. But I don't think he did much. It's because he's such a germaphobe and he doesn't party. Right. And I actually, look, call me crazy, but I don't think like his thing is 13-year-olds. I think his thing would be 22-year-old, models. He clearly has a type,
Yeah.
And those were available too. And maybe, those were trafficked when they were 13 or 14 to get there and just stay there for, were kept there for all the time. I'm not, but to say that I don't think he engaged in pedophilia, I don't think is like a great tantamount to a man's character. I mean, everything else about it is wretched. Now, I don't know exactly how, in my mind, I connect that you don't drink and don't do drugs to you're not a pedophile. Also, I just, given who his 3 wives are, he seemed to like the youngest but young adult supermodel, like the
yeah, you get a
24-year-old
mail order whore from Russia, and that's kind of how it works. Just kind of, it's kind of like how I'm aging myself. You had the little foam thing, like the little foam toy, and you'd pour water on it, and it would grow.
Sure.
Like that's how you pick wives. Just kind of like, you look like you could be a fun foam thing. We're just gonna. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, some
drop
people
it in water
John
a couple
Derek
days later or next day, it'd be huge.
I mean, you know who John Derek is? He was a director. He's dead now, but his first wife was Ursula Andress. His second wife was Linda Evans, and his third wife was Bo Derek. And if you see pictures of them from their age, they basically look exactly alike.
I get having a type. I get it. Like it makes sense, but
And that's one of the reasons you have, he has 3 wives, is because he had a type, not a person. He was looking for something.
They aged out, and he's like, "All right, next."
Yeah,
that's kind of fucking gross.
Or is it?
Speaking of that, I should probably start shopping. Sorry. Anyway, never mind. Looking at.
You're not enjoying that house.
Yeah. Hey, the house is in my name. Just saying.
I mean, it's just a paper transaction away from not being.
Okay, fair enough. Better not let her hear that, because I'm like, oh, that fucking Jeff guy.
I assure you that every woman who takes their vows is well versed somewhere. Maybe AI download. It's the pre-AI, automatic AI, that they're all aware of marital property.
Yeah, fair. How long you been married there, Jeff?
Which time?
Oh,
The current time we're going on 3 years.
nice.
Sure.
Oh,
Keep that
God.
sure if you say so.
We've been together. Oh, well, we met about 10 years ago. We haven't, been together the whole time. But yeah, I have a prior marriage, and I have a prior lived with someone else situation as well. Though nobody can say I had a type. That's for sure, because they're all three very different.
Totally different.
Yeah, when I think about it, pretty much I had a lot of fun with blondes, but I ended up having like relationships with like brunettes. Like those are the ones that are actually, so I don't know if it was a type, but it happened to be a thing. Like when I look back at all the serious, like multiple year ones, it's like, oh, yeah, you were all fucking brunettes, weren't you?
Preference, but I don't necessarily land the type.
No. Well,
I mean, I like what I like, but it doesn't always work out. So sometimes, sometimes you end up liking who likes you. I mean, it depends if they, it's the bing bing system. Like I told you, if they hit the bings, the rings on the list, like bing, you got this, bing, that all fits. And then, you let everything else just kind of sort itself out.
Right. And sometimes you just see someone and you don't know why, because there's other people who look like them, but for the other reason that they don't do anything for you. But you look at one. I'm not saying you get to know them. It's not the personality. I'm just saying, look at someone and go, wow. I mean, of course you can, a personality usually helps, or a personality can be the reason why you like someone, because you just hit it off so well and you have such good chemistry. So I at one point I should have learned that lesson from Seinfeld, where he was dating Janine Garofalo, and it's because she was exactly like him, and he's like, I can't date myself. I hate myself. And then that's sort of what happened to me once. But took a while to learn that lesson. Like, she left you. Yeah, she left you. When she leave you? When you were at rock bottom, pretty much. Yeah. Do you hate her for it? A little bit, but I kind of understand, because I probably would have done the same thing. I mean, it's like, that's the problem when you date yourself. Is that, you can't really hate them when they act like you suspect that maybe you would act.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's tough.
That makes sense.
Just ruin your night?
No. It makes sense, because you don't really think of that, right? Like you get with somebody, and you're like, oh wow, we're checking all. The good thing about me and the wife, we have fucking nothing in common. We're kind of both awful people. Like our sense of humor is fucking dark. It's not great.
Crazy.
But
well, that's common. That's uncommon.
But from a Venn diagram, like, oh, well, you check these boxes, there's very, very little, but it works. And I think that's why it works, because I don't want to fuck me.
See, me, anyone with a great personality that I always, that I got along with very well, I wasn't attracted to.
Can you date one with the same occupation? Yeah, look, can you date someone? Well, all right, maybe not date. I had a problem where I pretty much everywhere I worked, I fucked somebody. It was a problem, like a legitimate problem. It was a fucking thing. Yeah, why couldn't you?
Yeah, as long as it ain't getting in the way, like as long as there's no like quid pro quo and any type of preferential treatment or something like that. But yeah, like I said, in all my experience, anyone that had great personality and I got along with, I wasn't attracted to physically. It was just like, okay, you're a great person inside, but you might be too big for me, or you might be, too whatever, And,
I know you never said that to him.
Can you date someone in the same occupation? Sure, why not?
No, maybe a few drinks, and then you be like, you know what?
Yeah, I'm curious. Like I'm assuming that question comes with a no on your end there, Coker.
I mean, you probably don't want to date the person who's working the corner across from you.
Right.
Selling, that's competition. I mean, unless you're looking to, unify your clans by marriage.
Yeah, like I don't. I mean, are you coming from a standpoint of like you wouldn't have anything to talk about? Like, sorry.
No, I mean, there's a saying that you don't. What is it? You don't sleep where you shit at, or some shit like that. No,
Yeah, but the
you
same
don't.
occupation doesn't mean that it's where you work.
Eat at, or something like that, where it's like
you don't shit where you eat. But I mean, but the same occupation doesn't mean a coworker. I mean, a doctor can date a doctor, and they could work at two different hospitals or two different offices.
Right.
No,
if they get married, maybe they open their practice together.
In the same vicinity, like the same building or something like that.
No, you don't want to do that. Like that's where you just bang bitches. You don't fucking date that. That is your time. You don't.
Well, what's the building? Is it the Freedom Tower in New York, where there's probably 20,000 people that work there a day? It's like a a small city, or is it like a two-flight shopping center office where there's offices up top and like delis and vape shops on the bottom floor?
Warehouse call center that used to be said job. I dated a few. And it's a lot of chirping and a lot. I mean, you got to put up with a lot of whispers behind your back and stuff like that. So there's an extra element,
especially when the whispers are true. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a different element that come with it. You got to be prepared for it. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to play that game. But
at my current workplace, it's not even a consideration. I mean, it's not even like some moral stance or decision, or maybe it is. Maybe it's from a lesson learned.
So you don't have your fucking goats. You don't want that.
That's right. That's exactly right. But you should see the swineherd down the street. So it's
it is.
Yeah.
I'm a zoo attendant, so
we're mountain goat people, and so there's the valley goat people. So it's a little.
You gotta watch out for them. I heard they have two penises.
And you're not intrigued?
I mean, if you came and told me, hey, my friend has two dicks, I'm like, I gotta see it. I would not even hesitation. I'd be like, I need to see it.
You said I gotta see it.
I don't,
because my first thought would be like, is it like pronged out? Is it like
over top?
Like I need to know.
Is it like a snake's tongue where it's like cut down the middle?
Yeah,
Oh, there we go.
Or is it like a two-headed dragon where it's no? I don't want to know. I don't want to know any of that. Whatever it is, it's going to be gross. Like there's no good version of that.
I would also need to see tricks. I would need parlor tricks to happen, because there's no way you would have that. And
there's a finite number of parlor tricks you can have, and none of them end up with the explosion being good for you.
Well, I mean, you can't really do it on the bar. You're like, hey, let's go in the corner and show you my two dicks. Like,
if you got two dicks, maybe you can. Maybe once you got two dicks, like all the rules don't apply to you.
I need to work on growing. I need to get on.
Where are y'all going with this one?
I mean, if you were actually a two-dick man, wouldn't half the world think you're the devil and the other half would follow your cult? So, I mean, I would just start a cult and I would get that island.
I would flip that coin and run with it 100%.
That I would Jared Leto that whole thing.
Yeah, I
said I am superior to everyone.
Look, and
behold the Messiah.
Listen, so
I am the duality. I am the Zora and the Astra. I am the yin and the yang.
I already have this going. So Rich Dow, I can just go by Dick Dow, 2 Ds.
Dick Dose.
Boom.
I mean, I'm already Dose evil. I mean, most people think the penis is evil, so I think I have the branding okay as well.
Look, do you want to go grow another dick? Like, we can go do a cult right now. I'm ready.
I barely need the one I have now. I'm 57. I'm 58 in 3 months. I don't even need.
Just give me yours. I'll get Gorilla Glue. I'll create a cult. Yeah.
He
Well, I
said,
don't want you to use
"Biblical."
mine, so you create a cult. This undermines
You just said
everything.
you're not using yours. So like
I'm
that's like
not, but I
saying,
don't want you to piggyback off it and get great success.
yeah, well, here's the thing. That is like you saying, that's like me saying, hey, are you going to eat that piece of cake you got? No, I'm not. Can I have it? No, I'm going to throw it away. You fucking dick.
No,
Give
it's
me your
not as a
dick.
dick. It's attached to my body. It's not a piece of cake. Plus, I don't even really like cake. I mean, I don't always like my dick either. To be fair, even when it was more useful than it is now, I wasn't always happy with where it took me.
Okay. So Shaw's been trying to create a pug cult for a decade. All you got to do is call me. I'm ready to go. Like we have a breeder. I'm good. Let's go.
Based on the context of this conversation, that comment could have been so much worse. So
Yeah.
Go on with your bad self on that
Once-
pug cult.
Well, once I realized who said it, I'm like, it's pug cult, not creating a dick cult.
Right.
But also, if Shaw said he did create a dick cult, I could see it.
Yeah. I mean, creating a cult seems like it would take a fair bit of work.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of work
let's
and a lot
play
of
a
weak
game.
minds.
Jeff,
You gotta have a lot of weak minds because you're not gonna lead a
have you
ton of
ever talked to
strong
anybody
minds.
ever? Fucking check and check. That's not difficult. You gotta leave the house for that. All right, Jeff, create a cult. What is it? Let's go.
You know, it's funny because myself, PJ Black, and Tyrus, yes, that Tyrus, had this very conversation. And it was Tyrus's idea to create a cult around the religion of the great Megalodon. And he actually started the same way you did. He said, well, we should start with Aaron Stevens, who some of you might remember as Damian Santa. He goes, because he's feeble-minded, which, by the way, he's not. I've spoken to Aaron Stevens many times, and he's actually very, very intelligent, very thoughtful. He's been on my show 3 times, which is not necessarily means that he's intelligent. It just means that he's kind. But he also said, and we need someone who can build things. We need like a man. So we need Trevor Murdoch because, like, I think he's like a welder, and I think he like builds like barns and things like that. So like he was very practical, doing the same way. And then he's like, well, we need a cosmogony, and a cosmology guy. No problem, I got you. And he's like, okay, so you're the high priest. So then, but I'm not Tyrus. I'm not 6'9". I'm not a natural speaker and charismatic and all that. So you do need a charismatic leader. I've never really felt I should be the man. I always felt like I would be better as being the man behind the man. Like I would not be like Jon Snow. I'd be more like Littlefinger.
So you're like the puppet master. Like you're showing the teleprompter. You just need someone to speak the words. Okay.
So, but I don't really want to be the puppet master. I do want to be of influence. I would be a loyal servant to that master as long as it's furthering my gain. My ends and my gains. If that person is being the man or the woman, the person in front, and it's running very successful, I see no reason why I would break something that's not broken, or fix something that's not broken. I wouldn't be a usurper.
But what would your cult be based around? Like what would be your, I don't know, for lack of a better term, your God? Like what is your message?
Well, all good cults have to mirror existing beliefs. So you just have to pick a bit of the great religions and the great philosophies, both alive and dead, and it's really not that hard to do when you realize how much they have in common. So if you look at Helena Blavatsky and what she created, or Joseph Boehmer and what he created, and Rudolf Steiner, with theosophy and anthroposophy and all that, they basically took a bunch of things from mystery schools, which took things from religions and tried to spice them up a little bit. I mean, Kabbalah. I mean, there's so much that's in Kabbalah that's in Christian Gnosticism and Christian esoteric thinking. You think that they're one and the same, except one is Israel, is important in a different way, and but even like Dr. Heather Lynn, who is just a mythologist, she wrote a book on, I think it's just called Demons, and like the last chapter, she basically took a Zachariah Sitchin thing, and for those who don't know him, he wrote all the Anunnaki stuff. So everyone who thinks they know Sumerian mythology and Babylonian mythology, but they actually just know Sitchin, they just know his science fiction story, but he basically threaded it. He made his own creation story and his own this, that, and the other thing, and basically took it to now. And then, and so he created more or less a cult. Now you could have the UFOs involved, or the great creator from the sky. Hey, everyone had sky heroes. There's not a religion out there that didn't start with, some sort of all father who led to a god that was more involved with earth, and oftentimes the son usurped the father. Jesus was the only one that usurped the father sort of peacefully, but it's just a growth of the different concept. I mean, and then if you go further and look to Islam just took it back, said fuck that shit. No, there's one God. It's a dude. Women are second class, and you obey us, and if you obey us, peace be with you. Otherwise, the sword, though there was a little exemption, you could pay a 10% tax and be a second-class citizen. So, but I mean, it's actually quite simple. It's so you just pick and choose from all these different things. You have some sort of origin story which isn't too different from anyone else's, but is different enough. Your God is one that you can identify, that's just over the horizon and maybe coming soon, is the end of times. You have to have an eschatology, and the eschatology has to be coming soon, though it really doesn't, because cults pivot. I mean, from the Hale-Bopp comet people, they pivoted a few times, but Christianity pivoted too. I mean, Jesus said that the Messiah and the kingdom of God is going to come within our lifetimes. Well, it didn't, and Christianity is still kicking along pretty well. I mean, it's even in the Gospel of whichever the first one was, the Mark and Matthew are basically the same, so they probably both say it. And then I think even Paul said it's going to come in our lifetime, and Paul wrote his shit 50 years after Jesus was dead. So and somehow those books all made it into the 4 Gospels. Forget the other 32 or whatever that didn't. But so cults pivot easily. We love free trade. No, we like tariffs. We hate foreign wars. No, America, get Iran. I mean, it's very easy. He cares about me. No, he knows what's best for the country. National security is worth higher gas prices. We destroyed the nuclear program. No, we needed to go back and really destroy it this time. We won. They want to make a deal. They want to make a deal so bad, and they're like, yeah, we're making a deal with Oman right now. It's like, I mean, sorry. Yes, am I calling Trump a cult? Yes, I am. Disagree if you like. It's fine. I don't care.
We've done the same.
Yeah. Cult. Trump's called me a cult as well. It's just hasn't gone as well. Or maybe better, depending on, whether you care about the world or not. I mean, keeping me in my, living room doing the podcast is probably a much less heinous to the world than, making me president. In any event. Yeah. So I'd probably do something UFO adjacent, but it would be more like Scientology. The UFO, actually, it's not a UFO. It's actually our creators and the creators of the entirety of the universe. Because right now we know that the universe is too big, just to be a god of Israel, or the patron of Athens, or the god of the Nile. So, we need to go big and need to go intergalactic planetary.
Okay.
Maybe even interdimensional. Yeah, you would need to go interdimensional at this point.
What's your cult idea?
I honestly really never had one. But like I said, I just know that it starts with weak minds, people that can be easily swayed or persuaded.
So America. Okay. Jack, you're here. Good.
Not difficult. Nailed it.
Yeah. 1 for 1 so far.
I don't know. I mean, Jeff touched on it where he said, it could be pretty much, a mix of some stories that are believed today, like he said. And I don't know what I would base mine around. I mean, I seriously never thought about this one. So
You have to provide a one
you take
truth,
the ball
and
on
you
this
have to
one. I'm
provide a
just like,
salvation of a soul, or at least an afterlife. Even if it's not through salvation of soul, even if it's like you just embrace pure id, that you're still promised an afterlife, or maybe that's the only way to the afterlife. Like you could go the entire like might makes right, and we do what we want, and we're going to become above the law, and that's how you get into paradise. So like the Viking, the Valhalla kind of thing, or the Greek Elysium Fields versus just regular Hades. You got to do it by gaining fame, not necessarily by being good. So that it's worked in the past. There hasn't been much of a redo on that. So bring back something old, make it new again. So if I'm you, Jermaine, I think I would go with that. I mean, or maybe that's more of a Rich thing. I don't know. He seems more like the evil overlord type than Jermaine does.
Yeah, no, I'm broken inside. I got either not enough or too many hugs. So I would be very intrigued to see what I can make people do. And that sounds really, really bad. And I'm okay with it.
Yeah, if you're a cult leader, that's just what you're supposed to do.
Like, people's minds are really interesting to me, and like how easily they're swayed, and how they can be so staunch in their thoughts and then completely pivot, just like you were saying earlier, Jeff. I mean, very contradictory of themselves all the time.
So you would just come up with different activities that to say, I want to see if you will do this crazy shit.
A lot of it would be fear-based, mostly because I'm just a horror guy. So I would just have fun with that. I would just be playing chess, and I know the cult would not be successful. It would honestly just be an experiment to see how many dumb things I can make you people do. I don't want anybody to really get hurt. Like, I'm not opposed to being psychologically fucked up. I'm like, that's cool, but like, don't like scrape your knee. Like, that's where I'm at. Like, I'm like, oh, don't get a boo-boo. Just have trauma. It's fine. It's fine.
Rub a little dirt on it.
Huh?
Rub a little dirt on it.
Yeah, that'll be fine. I would just be very curious to see if I can make up something for you to believe in, for you to fear, for you to revere, to respect and love, but know that there is ominous days a coming if you don't I don't know, if you don't do 2.5 sit-ups,
you're gonna eat a bowl of shit. So like,
no,
what would you
I'm
give
not doing that. This isn't fucking Fear Factor. Okay.
No, what would you give the most loyal person? Like, they passed every one of your little experiments, tests, all of that. Would you reward the most loyal follower with anything?
Megan Fox.
Dude, she's gorgeous, man.
Absolutely smoke show. Damn. Oh, hell.
I would give them a second penis. No, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't think that. I didn't really put this together, and you probably don't want me to put it together, because then I'll start to fucking do it, and we don't want that.
I don't know.
Do we?
I'm sort of invested in it now.
Yeah, I'll start putting it in motion.
See, god damn it. All right. My most loyal follower. So I've already done psychological damage to them, so they're already just like, they're not correct right now. So I don't think it would have to be much. I would, because I think at that point I would have lost so much respect for them. The fact that you let me just manipulate you to this point where you're like, you're fucking blowing frogs and shit, just like, what are you fucking doing? Like, oh, I'm gonna get to the afterlife if I blow Freddy the Frog. I feel like if I would just give you like an open box from Temu, and say, in here is your paradise. If you can fit into this box, you can get there. How can I fit into the box, boss? Well, I don't know. You need to figure it out. If you were that dedicated to me, like, I would just fuck with these people. Like, there's no end game, man. There's no winner here. I'm just in, like, almost like in, what was it? Cabin in the Woods. How, like, they were just in a laboratory doing all the fucking monster shit, opening that door. That's what I'm doing. I'm just like, trauma a hoe. I don't know. Like, I don't know, man.
Okay. I don't know.
Don't
I think
join my cult.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like very appealing. Like, you know, they could have like 3 conjugal visits a year with like Melissa McCartney or something.
Oh, that is not great.
Right. Exactly what you said. Nothing so great, but something that they would come to cherish.
Oh man, that's like
how the prisoner in solitary like really looks forward to the food delivery because at least there's a human contact.
Right. Oh man, she is insufferable.
Conjugal visit with Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah. Who's that blonde woman? I mean, she used to be quite heavy. She's obviously on like Ozempics now, but she's like British and she sings. She might be like
fucking Adele. Is that Adele?
I'm not thinking of Adele. I think she was on Glee.
Oh, that's
Hopper or nothing, is you?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like her. Yeah, I think like her. I think isn't she like one of the kids like one of the mamas and the papas or something? Or she has like a celebrity parent.
Maybe. I mean,
well, one of Wilson Phillips like is her mom. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm probably just embarrassing myself here, but whoever she is, like that, she's like a younger version of Melissa McCarthy. Like that would be like that would be the prize, but like only like 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Unlike equinoxes and like midsummer, like some other ridiculous holiday I just give a different name to that already existed like 1,200 years ago.
I would be real sad, man, if that's
like I would like make Canadian Thanksgiving. Like I would just take the date, move it 4 days, and like call it something else, and just mimic
Rebel Wilson.
Harvest.
Is that it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
There it is.
I knew somebody would know it. Rebel Wilson, absolutely. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm so bad with pop culture. I'm not even sure if that's even pop culture anymore.
No, but it Ozempic has made people look real fucking weird. Like I just saw a picture of Karen Osborne. I'm like, oh God, what are you? Or not Karen, Kelly Osborne.
Oh yeah, like, I wouldn't know her anyway. But yeah, I mean, who are the 2 women from Wicked? Like neither one of them is recognizable.
Oh my God. Oh boy.
Oh Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande.
Yeah, both of them. I mean, they look like entirely different people. And forget about the green makeup. I mean, that's helpful at this point.
Yeah, Ariana Grande looks like. I'm not going to use that reference. That is not okay.
She looks emaciated.
Yeah, I mean, she looks like the little Zimbabwe kids from like the Sally Struthers fucking commercials back in the 90s. That was
Ethiopia, but okay. Yeah.
Whatever, fine.
Yeah, I mean,
put labor and nutrition. They both look like they've been smoking crack for quite some time.
It's weird, man.
They both look like they've been smoking crack for quite some time.
That's their eating disorder. They just forget to do it.
Yeah, you don't even need an eating disorder anymore because you're not hungry. It's like there's no. You don't want to eat. Like you just eat for subsistence and like vitamins and minerals. Which frankly, if you have a bowl of Total, you're good for the day.
Yeah. Like I am what 5'10", 180 now, I think, something like that. I mean, I kind of shrunk down with the stress of fucking getting a house, but yeah, I'm like at about $180, $185. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, well, I'm 5'10". Last time I weighed I was 253. So $185 sounds pretty good to me. So
Fair enough.
I think I'm less than that now. I think I'm back to 2. But 10 years ago, I was the same height and 245, but I was built like Tony D. I won't say John Cena. Yes, I was never cut, never a day in my life. But I was bulky. I was like Tony D or like Rusev, but not as big as Rusev. I always had skinny legs. So if I had thick legs, it'd be Rusev. But it's
You got the prison body. Nice.
I guess
He's built for conjugal visits, there, ladies.
it was the weirdest thing.
Listen now.
Between like 45 and 48, it's like I somehow all of a sudden my body figured out how to put on muscle. Like it couldn't do it in the 20s, at least not as well. I mean, sure, I had creatine, but it was the creatine powder that came at Aldi for shakes. I mean, it wasn't like I was getting from like a German laboratory. It was like literally well, maybe it was because it's Aldi, but it was literally like $15.99 for a thing, a bucket of protein powder that you put in your shake and your smoothie. I mean, it had to be the lowest quality stuff, but
right.
I mean,
right.
But that's the only difference that I can think of, and it worked. I remember I saw my ex-wife I don't think she was my ex-wife yet. So, we were, and she met me at the gym because she like refused to meet me like any place else. And she goes to me, how much do steroids and tattoos cost? Because, she's still convinced I've got like treasure troves of money that I was hiding from her, even though we filed joint tax returns for, I don't know, 15 years or whatever. I'm like, I don't take steroids, and the tattoo's none of your business.
I didn't know you had any tattoos. What do you have?
Well, it's because they're all from my arm up, so it's like not any concern. So so once you get one, it's like you've already defaced your body, like it's already become a canvas. So it's like, right. So it's like you understand. I mean, and probably most of the people watching understand also. And actually, frankly, most people these days understand as well. But I got them when I came out of a gigantic funk. And so it was like an expression of, my recovery. So I had things that meant something to me. So on one arm, I started with a giant scorpion because I'm a Scorpio. Then I had the sign because it sort of means awakening. I moved over to spiral mandala, and I had the infinity sign put in the middle there. And then I had the phoenix put on this shoulder, for, the whole rebirth thing. At some point at the base of like my neck and my upper back, I have like a tree of life with the Ouroboros around it. Under that, I've got both of my kids' initials and their birth dates. And on the back of each arm, I have one Asian letter. I mean, it can be Japanese, Chinese, or Korean. It doesn't matter. They all basically mean the same thing. And one is strength and one means spirit. And then on the forepart, like, the side of my arm, which is the only thing anybody ever sees, on one side I've got the X-Men, and the other side I have the Avenger symbol. So, so I got a little trivial. And then I wanted to do more, but my now wife, and then even when she was like not my wife, said, no, you can't have any more. And I'm glad she did, because one of the ones I wanted to get, this was pre-COVID, was I wanted to get the biohazard symbol. But, once you actually live through a pandemic, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and I want to do Godzilla, or at least the Godzilla, the spikes, on his back, and stuff like that. I was going to keep going. I wanted to get one of the monkeys from the 12 Monkeys. Like I couldn't decide the design of like the front or the walking, and I was going to get one on each calf. And she's like, no, just stop it.
See, the problem is I'm currently 40. And I feel like I'm too old to get this other sleeve done.
I didn't even get my first tattoo until I was after 45. So
yeah,
go for it, dude.
Because I'm all about symmetry. Like that's the problem. Like I have the whole full sleeve. I just want to get the other one done.
Yeah. How are you supposed to start a cult when you're asymmetrical?
See, because I got the pugs. Well,
Unless your cult is based on asymmetry.
Ooh.
Jermaine, how about you? Any ink?
Yeah.
I got one back porch jailhouse tattoo.
One prison tattoo.
Yeah, one jailhouse type of tattoo. I got it done on my buddy's back porch with a needle and some ink from an art class, and I was pretty intoxicated. I never got a professional one done. I always wanted to, but I just never like broke down and made an appointment or sat down and did it. But that's it. I don't have anything else.
Still counts.
Yeah, I got the pugs' paws and names on each of my calves. Problem is, we have a third pug, and I have to figure out where I'm going to put him.
On your second dick.
Oh, see? Now I got to grow one.
Problem solved.
But then I'd have to get another one just to get the first dick fucking tattooed. See the problem? Like, because then that's not symmetrical.
Mm-hmm. I do. I mean, can you do an entire sleeve of one pug? That I think that would be bigger than the animal itself.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous. I want to do a horror thing. Like, I'd love to do like a horror fucking scene on my arm. I think that'd just be so much fun. Because what I like to do, I like to let the because I don't know if she's still there, but I let them decide what they're gonna do. Like, I let them draw it up. I don't go there with an idea. Like, everything, like this whole thing was based off of this little shrunken head. And then she just built a whole, like, fucking animal scene. There's a tiger there. There's, like, a weird spider somewhere here. Like, she just built, like, a whole jungle fucking tiki thing. Like, there's, like, a
we'll make a story about that, and that's your cult.
Fucking troll here for someone. I don't know. It's weird, but I like the idea
you
that
make a story about that, and that's your cult. That's your.
Well,
cult
I mean,
story.
the troll with the large penis is absolutely the god. Like, we know that. Like, the tiger on the arm is somehow its pet. Oh, I can create a whole fucking story here. Don't tempt me.
The spider is the trickster.
Yeah. There's a scorpion somewhere up. Yeah, there's a scorpion there. That could be something. Yeah.
Of course.
Tattoos are fun.
It's okay. You can say it.
Yeah, tattoos are fun.
Yeah, but I mean, you come up with a story for that. You've written it yourself. There, that's an article.
Oh no, the gods wrote this on. The troll made this. Yeah, I get all supernatural now. Yeah,
that's right. The god Bor came down to you and told you the story, and it had to be writ large on your body.
Yeah, fuck this stupid podcast. I'm just gonna do it with cult.
There you go.
I've been wasting my time.
Absolutely.
Jermaine, you want to be my wife? You can be my cult wife.
Your cult wife, huh?
He didn't say no.
Oh, good.
He didn't say no.
I didn't hear a no.
I said I'm all good. I'm fine.
There's a twinkle in your eye that says otherwise, sir.
Yeah, I'm all good. I'm fine. Sounds like okay to me.
I'm taken by the other cults. I've already been claimed by the other cults.
Well,
there is no other cult
luckily,
before
this is a polygamous cult, so it's fine. Mm-hmm. We are a third Mormon.
There you go.
Well,
that's the Trinity.
See? 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. You got it. That could be our motto. That'll just be the fucking.
It's catchy.
Good Lord.
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
2 in the twink, 1 we think. I don't know. Let's just stop. That's how we're going to end the show. Jeff, where can everybody find you, buddy?
Too many places. If you want to find me for wrestling nonsense, at @dose_evil. I mean, you can find me on Facebook under my government name. If you want to find me for non-wrestling nonsense on Twitter, it's @IcarusFellMD. Probably most importantly, my podcast is Garden of Thought. You can find it on its own platform. You can also find it on the Wrestling Soup Network, where I also do the LFG review with the legendary Lufisto. And it's also carried on the Sports Jedi Network, where you can find me doing way too many shows, including Garden of Thought at least twice a week. The MLW Files with my best friend, Mr. Thomas, the godfather of the Boumaye Fight Club, erstwhile of MLW Wrestling and stuff. So real insider stuff. We've gotten almost no scoops. And now I'm doing an NXT review show way past my bedtime, like at 10:10 after NXT. It's called The Padawan Awakens, because Sports Jedi Network. And sometimes there's another show called Out of Character, which is sort of the child of the original Book of Black, Gospel of Thomas shows with PJ Black and Mr. Thomas, where we talk to people in wrestling, just not about wrestling stuff necessarily. But because Mr. Thomas definitely will not do 2 shows a week for the most part, it's not just wrestlers now; it's expanded because of Vinny Pacifico, who is a wrestler, but he's also landed a whole bunch of horror roles. So he's been booking a lot of guests lately. They're from horror movies and things like that. So Amber Brooke, actress. We had Matt Provenzano, who worked on Terrifier, all 3 of them, and he's crowdfunding a movie now. And Jonathan Thor, this coming, I think it's this coming Thursday, and then next Thursday, a week from Thursday, Mr. Thomas is coming on Out of Character with my friend C. the Superior and her friend Erin, and we're going to talk about Christopher Nolan's The Prestige. No, not the one everyone else is talking about, but The Prestige, because he said it was his favorite movie. So I watched it, and I texted some thoughts that I had on it. And he said, "No, that's not it at all. That you're entirely wrong." I'm like, and I gave him some answers and some things to think about, and I think I broke his brain, and so now we all have to talk about it. So if you dig The Prestige, or at least dig the ending and like some ambiguity and want to hear some discussion on it a week from Thursday, but just subscribe to the Sports Jedi Network everywhere. It's the Sports Jedi Media Network on YouTube right now, because the regular network got hacked and they're still trying to get it recovered. 18,000 subscribers. But anyway, like I said, way too many places. And like you said, I'm a whore. I'm here, and I'm whoring out tomorrow. I'm on the Minorities Report.
I was going to say, what are you doing tomorrow, bub?
Yeah, if you want yet more of me, so there you go.
Well, I know that we are, speaking of the Minorities Report, Jermaine, I didn't tell you this, we are on the 22nd, our monthly visit to, the Minorities Report. So look, I love how you looked. Yeah, I love how you looked around at your non-existent calendar. You're like, well, let me check and see if I'm doing. No, okay. But shameless plug internally here.
Non-existent calendar.
Well, shameless plug here. Next week we start our football show back up, so we're gonna be going. We're gonna go 3 shows a week, not for the football, just in general, like channel 3 shows a week. Then come September, we're going to 4 shows, and my wife won't see me anymore. So there's that. But
seeking to a successful marriage.
Yeah, well, if you don't see each other, then you occasionally see each other. You're like, hey,
good to see you.
All right, cool.
And plus, you have an alibi because you're on the air live, so your whereabouts can be accounted for at all times.
It's funny. She did text me. She's like, sorry, I didn't know it was after 10 because she was out there yelling at the puppies. I'm like, it's fine. I get it.
Yeah. It's just Jeff. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. But, Jeff, I appreciate it, man. I've been meaning to kind of get people back on here. I know I had Yari on last week. I still need to get Punches back on. It's been wild getting everything kind of scheduled around everything. And it's, but I appreciate pretty short notice because I hit you up like 2 days ago. So, but
right now, my wife is living with her son, trying to get him settled and relocated. I have no idea how this, so I'm functionally separated. So I have nothing to do, nowhere to go. I've lived most of my life successfully, not having too many local entanglements to go out. So me starting a cult is very unlikely because, as you said, you have to leave the house. I'm not interested in doing that. But yours sounds interesting, especially if you can come up with something that matches that sleeve of yours. I'll be intrigued. Anything that makes sense internally, I'm okay with.
Honest to God, I'll probably use AI to do it. But yeah, I could do that and say create a cult.
Yeah. Create a cosmology with an eschatology there, and put some cult aspects into it, and tell me what you got, Claude.
Love it. Well, the wife does have a Claude. Yeah, she does have a Claude sub. I don't know. May have to jump into it. But boys, I appreciate it. We're gonna hit the outro here so everyone can enjoy the rest of the song and the stupid little outro video. Jeff, I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for taking the time out.
Thank you.
Everyone that popped in the chat here, appreciate you. I have a text from Shaw to see about a random AI program he created, so that's fun. So we'll do that. So everyone will see us Wednesday. Yeah. What fucking day are we? No, we're not doing that.
Jeff, thanks to everybody that came out for support.
Yeah. The football show will be on Saturday. Next Saturday. There we go. We're squared away. All right, boys.
If you love the game,
goodbye.
Then you already know the vibe. Yeah. Football on Sunday, football all day. Predictions so cold, make the doubters all fade. Who's making the playoffs? Who's taking the crown? Somebody's going up, somebody's going down. Fantasy lineups, coaches on blast. Looking at the future while respecting the past. Every touchdown call got the chat going wild. Everybody talking, everybody getting riled. Now it's X's and O's more than sports on the mic. Talking wins and losses that we face in real life. Lessons from the struggle, celebrations from the climb. Keeping every conversation honest every time. It's about the people, not just stats on a page. Helping everybody grow no matter the age. From the locker room talks to the everyday grind. Leave every listener with something on their mind. Oh, different shows, same family, different lane, same destiny. 3 brains grow and never slow. In every episode, the movement keeps flowing. 3 mics, 1 mission, now the world knows the name. Building something.